My Walmart had a lot of options this week. Could have gone with some Diners football, some Mosaic, but I was kind of feeling the college football. Grabbed a couple mega boxes. Let's have some fun. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. I have been in the college football mood, so when I was at Walmart and they had these Bowman U Chrome mega boxes, I had to snag a couple of them. They were $49.99. You do not get an autograph per box.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You don't really get to see what you can pull from these Topps boxes, of course. So maybe I'll put a graphic up while I'm editing the video. But we're looking for any of the guys on the box. I know Sam Levitt. News this week is that he's going to be transferring after this year. But other guys that we can hopefully pull, of course, because I'm a Michigan fan, I'd like to see a Bryce Underwood or two. Fernando Mendoza, I think, is the probably the chase, just because he is the Heisman favorite at this point. But we're looking for Julian Sayin, Marcel Reed, Diego Pavia. So, tons of guys to look for. I know college football isn't everyone's cup of tea, but let's see what we can find.
Let's go.
There's 6 packs, 10 cards per pack. I know the hobby boxes come in right around $129 MSRP, but stores around me are selling them for about $160, $170. So we'll see how these mega boxes can compare. There's a Diego right there, the first. I do like the look of this year's Bowman U cards. Oh, right in our first pack, we have a lime green Carson Beck. Yeah, nice little color match. Pop him into a sleeve. It's out of 275, so not a crazy pull, but Nussmeier on the back. Going into the season, he was a Heisman favorite. I don't even think he's on the list anymore. Yeah, not a bad looking card. First pack. Hopefully it's not the only hit from the box, but it could be. I'm not really sure, how hot these mega boxes are. Haven't really seen too many videos. Seen some blasters being ripped, seen the hobby boxes being ripped. But I'm kind of curious to see how these stack up. If you should just go buy a hobby box where you're guaranteed 2 autographs. Looks like we have our Green Lavas, which you should find a handful of these. Oh, we got 2 of them. Got a Gibson and a Sewell. Sam Levitt with the College Rule Playbook. Another Sam Levitt. Kevin Jennings on the back. So yeah, the Green Lavas look good. You should be getting a handful of them per box. You should get a base refractor. And I believe an X-Fractor in every other box. And then from there, you just cross your fingers that you get something low numbered. Dante Moore, Malik Rutherford, another Sewell, just a base. There's a Malik Rutherford base refractor. Yeah, let me know, are you buying these? I've been to a couple stores and I've seen the blasters pretty much at every store I've been to. Target, Walmart have them for $24.99. If you're buying Meyer, they're $29.99. But it doesn't really seem like it is a popular set that people are buying, at least so far, for the few weeks that they've been on the shelf. Their X-Fractor, we have Joe Royer from Cincinnati. Again, I'll put the odds somewhere on the screen of some of these parallels. Got a base Bryce. We'll take that. Yeah, this past weekend's games were definitely entertaining. You had Texas A&M coming back in the second half against South Carolina, which that first half, it looked like South Carolina was just going to run away in that game. Of course, you had Oklahoma taking down Alabama. Georgia, Texas. I think this week it's a little more laid back. I know Oregon and USC play. I think Mizzou plays Oklahoma. But other than that, not too many ranked matches. With our lava, we have another Malik Rutherford. I think we've got the base, the refractor, now the green lava. Whit Weeks. Lettered up. It's kind of a cool looking insert. And then just our base cards behind him. Anthony Evans on the back. So yeah, this first box, nothing too crazy. Hopefully there's a little last pack magic. Can find a second hit in here. But again, if you've ripped these mega boxes, let me know what was your best pull. At this point, I'm not sure if we can say these are worth the $50. Got a Dante Moore with our green lava. Nice little color match. Acropolis, Sam Levitt. Yeah, let me know where you think Sam Levitt's going to wind up. I've read a ton of different things. Everything from LSU, Tennessee. So we'll see how that shakes out. But it's never a fun thing to know that your quarterback's transferring when your season is still not even done yet. But I'm sure he's not going to be the only one. You got James Franklin taking over at Vatek. He's already getting to work. Pretty crazy. It just seemed like yesterday he was getting fired. But I've not been a James Franklin fan. Of course, I'm a Michigan fan, so never really rooted for the guy. But after what Penn State did to him, I know his record was not good against top 10 opponents, but I think they did him a little dirty, so I'm rooting for the guy. Hopefully he can turn Vatek's program around. Hopefully they play Penn State and puts a whooping on them. Looks like we have a Miller Moss in our first pack, the second mega box.
Talo!
I think that is the yellow refractor out of 350. We'll pop him into a sleeve. Emmett Brown on the back. Yeah, hopefully this is not the hit of our second mega box because that would be pretty crappy. It is a nice looking card. But again, one of the higher numbered parallels. First box, our hit was in our first pack. Again, hopefully the second box can change that. Hopefully there's something else in here. It is one nice thing about the mega boxes and blasters. At the retail level, you can pull pretty much all of the low-numbered parallels. Looks like we have a Braylon Russell, the green lava. College Rule Playbook, Marcel Reed. Carson Beck on the back. But yeah, there are some hobby exclusive parallels that you can pull that aren't in the retail boxes, but the majority of the parallels can be found in all of the boxes, which is different than other sports from Topps. Ethan Vasco with our green lava. Jarrett Gibson with the base refractor. But yeah, the autographs, all the low number parallels, they can all be found in here. Some of the inserts are different, but at the end of the day, it's just nice to know, even though they are harder to pull, some of the nicer cards can be pulled at the retail level. Got another Bryce Underwood, this time with the Acropolis. I'll take that. Yeah, most, if not all, Panini boxes at the retail level, you can get, low-numbered parallels, but they tend to have a completely different set of parallels compared to the hobby boxes. Normally, the value of the retail parallels tend to be lower than anything you can find in the hobby boxes. So, again, it's just nice that you can pull pretty much everything out of the blasters and megas. I think the blasters have the pink lava. Got a Jordan Tyson. Our X-Fractor. Yeah, so maybe the X-Fractors are 1 per box. Not entirely sure, but we are down to our last pack. Hopefully there is a little last pack magic, because so far both these boxes have been absolute duds. It is nice you do get, kind of 1 hit per box, but see if there's anything in here. Got a Joe. Whoa.
Nice.
We do have a Keon Jenkins. It's out of 50, so this is the gold refractor. Looks very similar to the yellow. Not really who we were looking for, but we'll take it. Anthony Hankerson with our green lava. Darius Taylor. But yeah, gold refractor in our last pack. Again, it's out of 50. I've not really heard or seen Keon Jenkins play, to be completely honest. Don't watch any FIU games. But yeah, it's a nice looking card, that's for sure. Let me go through these piles and sleeve up some of these cards, and we will see what we were able to pull out of our 2 mega boxes. All right, let's take a quick look. Nothing too crazy. We got our green lavas here, which do look nice. You will get a handful of those per mega box. You do get a base refractor. Looks like an X-Fractor per box. And then our hits, we had the lime green out of 275 Carson Beck. The Miller Moss out of 350 yellow refractor. And then in our last pack, the Keon Jenkins gold refractor out of 50. Didn't really hit the players we wanted, but that's how it goes sometimes. I think you should expect at least 1 numbered card per box, and then from there, hopefully you can pull an auto or, a second hit or a low numbered card. But yeah, for $49.99, I would say it's not a bad rip. If you're a college football fan, it's kind of a no-brainer. Let me know down in the comments if you've ripped these, the blasters, the hobbies, or the jumbo hobbies. And if you've done so, what is your best pull? If you enjoyed the video today, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you have, it is much appreciated. And as always, good luck breaking.